I think one of the key is really to be really passionate or really believe in the research that you're doing. Since nobody's forcing you to do it or nobody's holding you to a deadline, if you don't care about what you're doing, neither will your respondents, and your data may not come out as well if you don't express the same passion that you want your respondents to express.
I think the major key for students is to never give up. There's so many opportunities out there for them, and even though students may get rejected to a lot of labs, as long as they are persistent, there will always be new opportunities for them and research experiences that if they reach out to, they can definitely find great experiences and they can definitely learn and grow from them.
The key to a successful research experience is time investment, definitely. A lot of people, the common misconception would be that you only need to come in about 6 hours a week. However, if you want to fulfill a significant research project, you would definitely need to invest a lot of time and a lot of effort. It's hard work, it's by no means easy, but the result is very rewarding.
The key to a successful research experience, I feel, is really diving headfirst into a project and taking ownership of it, and really taking responsibility for deadlines and things that you need to do in that project, because then you really feel connected and involved and integrated with the research, and that's where you really feel when the results come that you were a part of that. That's the best experience, is when you were part of something that the lab accomplishes and you can say for certain that I put my best effort towards that result.
The key to a successful research experience is being willing to learn, also kind of being willing to fail. Like, you don't want to, but you have to be able to do that and move on. And be willing to put in a lot of time, because I think a lot of times you don't realize how much time it actually takes to get a lot of things done in research, to move forward and to actually analyze what you're doing. And so you have to be willing to put it in your schedule. And most things that you care about, most things that are worth it to you, do require a lot of your time. So if it is worth it to you, then you should, take that time commitment, and you'll learn a lot.
The key to a successful research experience, in my opinion, is that you have to put yourself out there. As an undergraduate, the truth is you probably don't have the same skill sets as a graduate student. Same as me, I just don't have the same knowledge or the background that a graduate student or a professor is going to have. So I might not be assigned some of the tasks or some of the responsibilities that a graduate student would be assigned to, but that shouldn't stop you from putting yourself out there and trying to ask for more responsibilities, and to ask to be a part of the paper that's being published, or to ask to go to conference presentations and to actually present your research.
For me, the key is to be stubborn and humble. Stubborn in the sense that not everything will always work, but you always have to power through it. Like, even though you come across failure, what do you learn from that failure or mistake, and learn and move on from it. And humble in the sense that you are most likely not the expert in what you're researching in. You have faculty mentors, other people to ask for help, and just don't be afraid to ask for help, or if you've reached the speed bump in your research project.
First of all, it's important to know that things are going to change. You're going to, if you do what I did and you figure out a question and you write a proposal and you get a grant and you're on your way to do field work and you think you've got it all under control, you're wrong. It's going to change. Your question will change because the answers you get will be unexpected, and you should hope for that, right? And your approach will change as you keep reading more and learn what has and hasn't been said in this field already. And importantly, you will change, and where your interest lies and what seems most compelling to you, and also your knowledge base and your language and your ability to interact with different kinds of people and different kinds of ideas. All of it will change. Your timeline will change, your budget will change, and you have to be okay with that. Knowing that going in, I think, is critical. I've had many students come to me as a mentor in student success. They've come to me and they've said, everything is different now, what do I do? My timeline has shifted, how do I make up for it? Or I need to move money around in my budget, is this allowed? And it's all okay, because the system as it is designed for people doing what we're doing, and that means that it has to be flexible in this way. And Also, as long as you know ahead of time that the question you end up answering will likely not be the one you started with, and as long as you know ahead of time that it's really not about the answers anyway, it's only about finding the next question, then I think you'll be a successful researcher.